And the first pitch to Tommy Edman, taken for his strike. At 9.
Slider's his wipeout strikeout pitch. That's
Ball with a strike.
Such a fast arm. Yeah, it looks like easy.
He's 1-5 with an ERA over 6. The 1-1. Little movement there, so much so as that's most in baseball. The 1-2. You're
hitting 352 against his fastball. And the Cardinals hit that pitch well. It's a good take right there with this here.
And the 3-2 pitch. Fouled back. Well, you talked about that is really good.
Well, you have to gear up for 100.
3-2 hit down the right field line, but yanked foul.
Recently, he's been moving that pitch on 2 planes, which I think makes tougher. There's that slider again into top.
The at bat for Tommy Edman. And a strikeout. And the first of the afternoon for Hunter Greene. And a shift on the right side. A swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch. You get the feeling if he can square
down is going to help him catch up to the velocity of Greene.
There's that slider to the back leg of a left-handed bat. And the 1-2. Another check swing did not go. And when he's asked a question, the 2-2 strikeout, and he was asked about the umpiring on both sides, and you move on to game 2.
I do think that is something maybe that as players start to get interviewed after the game, have a camera there for different things, just helps with context, doesn't it?
They make an error, cost you the game. So we're asking them to do it. And we're asking the managers to talk about losses or a pool reporter down there to feed the questions. Goldie pulls it foul. I'm with you. I don't think you have to do it every night.
It humanizes people.
Here's a 1-2. And he strikes out the side here in the first inning. He gets Edman, Gorman, and Goldie. Kyle Farmer leads it off when we come back. Get the feeling, Brad, that in what has been a very disappointing start.
He's a guy that you know that you are going to build around.
As Arenado hits it fair past the diving Drury. On his way to second base. Pham had a little bit of an issue trying to get it out of that sidewall underneath, and that'll be a leadoff double in the Cardinals' first hit of this month. And now Tyler O'Neill. Fastball taken high. So it's the second time that Greene has struck out. 14th double for Nolan Arenado. He's at second base. And he's 5 back of the team leader.
When that gets rolling.
And the 1-1 pitch. A strike.
Not in the first inning.
And the 1-2. Got him with that wipeout slider, so he is struck out for the 5. We were in the office of Ali Marmol before the game today, and he's in the minor leagues. The fact he's a good 2-strike hitter, and then what he's done against lefties. He hit .318 last year, small sample size, and this year, but .421 against lefties. So
he can play both corners in the outfield, both spots up the middle. There's not a bad matchup for this guy.
And it's 2-2. The 2-2, and that is foul.
With a couple of errors in the first inning to get you on the board. Big spot here.
The 2-2 fought off again by Donovan.
It's overpowering stuff, but he will miss over the middle.
Donovan pulls it foul. It's coming here. And the 2-2 taken high. And we'll have a 9th pitch of the plate appearance here for Brendan Donovan. And the 3-2 pitch. Donovan hits it the other way, slicing. It is foul.
Something different to look at.
And the 3-2. What an at bat again. Brendan Donovan. Runners at first and second. Pitch at bat results in a walk, and now Dylan Carlson. Strike 1. This year was tremendous. The slider did not go.
Dylan Carlson, Tyler O'Neill, those are the next levels.
Ooh, he let it rip.
That's tough to.
The next, and Carlson just got a piece to stay alive. Young man, that is a precious arm out there. As Carlson hits it just foul. And the 1-2 pitch. So a leadoff double, 14th of the season for Arenado. And it's 2-2. Room on the left side. The next. Carlson hits a high fly ball to Tommy Pham in left field. He'll make the catch. And that is out number 2, and it brings in Yadier Molina.
I look at him to swing here.
And Yadi on the first pitch just missed it because he hits it a mile high into left. Under it, it's Tommy Pham, and he makes the catch.
Today.
Do you play the guitar?
I have one.
Do you play the guitar?
I can make some noise. Beginning of a bunch of songs. I don't know a whole song. They are good.
Yeah.
Know the beginning of one of those?
As Bader hits it out to right center. Drifting and making the catch, Senzel.
Hey, Dad.
You go to work and she's
love
home.
you, babe.
It's better than a drum set.
Oh, we're going to get one of those for Christmas, maybe.
What, if Santa brought something that wasn't good, you'd say this isn't good enough for me, Santa?
No, I'm talking about my children, as long as they're good.
Oh, okay.
They get a
9-pitch at bat first time up. Santa's been very good to me over the years. Very good.
I'm surprised.
That is not Santa, but I bet he is a Cardinal fan. Or maybe just generally speaking, a baseball fan. It's got to be a little, you know, for Santa, it's a little warm right now.
Oh, that's Mr. Crinkle.
You think so? Right side, struck out his first time up. Greene trying to put together a quick inning. He had 43. And the 0-1 hit out of play, and it's 0-2.
Pitch evade it with it if you want to, if you're Greene.
And the check swing he went. That'll be a strikeout, and number 5 through 3 innings.
It kind of around the zone. He's not really filling up the zone with that strike. So we talked about the key to the game was Hunt. They pitched that slider as his pitch when he's needing something. There it is there.
And it's a ball and a strike. And that is fouled back. So 46 consecutive games. It all began on April 22nd. And in these 47 average. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And went number 2. Royce Lewis, a shortstop, went number 1 overall by Minnesota.
In for something great, and we're getting a chance to see it pay off.
And that's fouled away by Goldschmidt. Again, one of the things you have to struggle. And a 3-2 pitch. And Goldie hits a high fly ball to center. Nick Senzel with the catch and the first out. Goldie 0 for 2.
A little bit, and way too talented of a club to play the way that they were.
Want to hop to short off the bat of Arenado. Farmer makes the play, 2 outs.
A tough division as the Mets started out the way that they have, and they've been without DeGrom, been without Scherzer here recently.
In the East at 29 and 29. Inside again, 2 balls, no strikes. Atlanta's picked it up. They're 6.5 back of the Mets. Mets leading San Diego by a game out west. That's what should give you, you know, them here at Busch. 3-0, 3-1.
Oh, it is. It's going to be a test. I know a lot of people look at that Rays series and say, oh, well, you got swept good teams. You're going to have times like that. You're going to run into a series where the offense is hard to come by. Very encouraged by the pitching you saw in that series. Dakota Hudson in the first game, Miles Michaelis. Then you got Pittsburgh. Take advantage of your schedule.
And Donovan swinging the first pitch. Maybe the rotation can get settled too. That's out of play with Palante now knowing he's going to be extended out as a starter. Look very good.
The confidence continues to progress. I know that's been slower than the club and Steven expected to this point, but it brings.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Brendan Donovan. I asked Ali, I said, you know, Palante's an interesting guy.
A hitter, yeah.
Utility guy. He said Palante is a baseball rat. And he said if you watch during BP, always talk from 0-2 to 3-2. Runner goes, and it's tapped foul.
Opposition.
And a 3-2. O'Neill running. Inside corner, got him. 6 strikeouts for Hudson.
Utilizing the defense behind him. I mean, that's what Dakota Hudson is.
Brad, he's gone from one of the slowest workers.
Get on base. You don't want to be working as quickly. But why give them more and more time to sit there and think about what you're going to do? Just go pound that sinker. Use the slider. His curveball is good. The whole arsenal's good.
And the 1-1 pitch to Carlson. Fly to left. First time up. 2 strikes. Cardinals had a 5 home run day.
Though that's where manufacturing runs means even more.
Carlson with a high fly ball into right. Almora under it. And the catch made. Bam. Hunter Greene with 1 hit allowed. Significant adjustment on the fly, and he's been much better.
Well, one of those adjustments, it's just got the zip on it. Up in the zone, it looks like you can hit it, but you can't.
How about his arm action and how he just whips it to the plate? It's just
with tons of moving parts, they get out of whack.
They put so much, the body, the lower half, top, everything, and to try to catch up to get that.
He's still throwing 102, but he's under control.
And it's a count of 2-2 on Yadier Molina.
Foot lands, and then his arm is up in a good position.
Strikeout number 7. 101.
Palante pitching all from the stretch last night, but there are a lot of guys that just start sideways, one small step, and then they come up. Unneeded movements is an important thing. And then once you learn to pitch like that, you're starting to pitch. You don't add in too many other things. The problem.
The 2-0 pitch to Bader. That's what I found really interesting in watching Tampa Bay up close. The different looks.
I love it. So I got a righty that can do that. We got any side armors down there? I remember them in the World Series a couple of cover all of those things. Very smart organization. I think it's a good way to build a bullpen. You can't.
From 3-0 to 3-2, and Bader hits a fly ball to Senzel in center, and that is put away. And I want that in mind. You think about the top of the 7th as Tommy Edman looks at a strike.
And now run it to 12 scoreless innings. That game against Arizona, there was a leadoff. This is the kind of stuff this young man has.
And a 1-1. So Tyler Stevenson, we're talking a little bit for Hunter Greene. Now, if we were back to this one counted, I want Hunter Greene on my team.
Yeah, if you're picking
Reds, I'm looking at Hunter Greene.
What about
off of Greene? Edman will pick up a base hit.
There you go. Get something going somehow, some way. Again, recently they're better. We've talked about that with Albert Pujols. I believe that Albert in his last year, and it's different for Votto because it's not hard.
0-1 pitch to Nolan Gorman. Tommy Edman. And the 1-1. Gorman has struck out twice. Both swings. Is pitch number 98. Alexis Diaz getting loose in the pen at Louisville. Off the plate, and it's 2-2.
Those 2 games over, this bullpen has had its troubles. They're trying to cling to a lead.
Fouled back. And the 2-2. Ouch. That hit him.